Israeli-Palestinian conflict has started in the beginning of the 20th century and hasn't ended yet. A few days ago, the contention has gone to its hot phase. In this video, we will try to remind ourselves the history of the argument. Britain took control of territories which is known as Palestine after the Ottoman Empire was defeated in World War I. In those lands, the majority were Arabs, the Jews were in the minority. Tensions between the two nations increased when the international community challenged Britain to create a national home for Jews in Palestine. For the Jews, this was the home of their ancestors, but the Palestinian Arabs also claimed land and opposed such a step. From the 1920s to the 1940s, the number of Jews arriving there increased as many people escaped the persecution in Europe and searched their homeland after the Holocaust of World War II. Violence also grew between Jews and Arabs and against the British rule. In 1947, the United Nations voted to partition Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states, and Jerusalem became an international city. This plan was accepted by the Jewish leaders but rejected by the Arab side, and it was never realized. In 1948, the British rulers were unable to solve the problem and left, and the Jewish leaders announced the creation of the State of Israel. Many Palestinians were against it, and the war broke out. Troops from neighboring Arab states invaded the country. Hundreds of Palestinians have fled or been evicted from their homes. They call it Al-Nakba, or the disaster. The following year, fighting ended with a ceasefire, with Israel controlling most of the territory at the time. Jordan occupied what became known as the West Bank, and Egypt occupied Gaza. Jerusalem was divided between Israeli forces in the west and Jordan in the east. Since no peace agreement was ever concluded, each side blamed the other. Fighting continued over the following decades. In another war in 1967, Israel occupied East Jerusalem and the West Bank, most of the Syrian Golan Heights, as well as the Gaza Strip and the Egyptian Sinai Peninsula. Most Palestinian refugees and their descendants live in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, as well as in neighboring Jordan, Syria, and Lebanon. Israel did not allow them or their descendants to return to their homes. Israel claims that this will overwhelm the country and threaten its existence as a Jewish state. Israel still occupies the West Bank, and although it has withdrawn from the Gaza Strip, the United Nations still considers this piece of land to be part of the occupied territory. Israel claims all of Jerusalem as its capital, while the Palestinians claim the East Jerusalem as the capital of a future Palestinian state. The United States is one of the few countries that has recognized Israel's claims to the entire city. Over the past 50 years, Israel has built settlements in these areas where more than 600,000 Jews live. The Palestinians claim that this is illegal under international law and an obstacle to peace, but Israel denies this. What is going on now? Tensions between Israel and the Palestinians living in East Jerusalem, Gaza, and the West Bank are very high. The Gaza Strip is dominated by a Palestinian militant group called Hamas, which has fought Israel many times. Israel and Egypt tightly control the borders of the Gaza Strip to stop the flow of weapons to Hamas. Palestinians in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank say they are suffering because of Israel's action and restriction. Israel claims to only act to protect against Palestinian violence. The situation escalated with the beginning of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan in mid-April 2021. Clashes between the police and the Palestinians take place every night. The threat of eviction of some Palestinian families in East Jerusalem has also sparked outrage. What are the main problems? There is a number of issues on which Israel and the Palestinians cannot agree. Specifically, what should happen to the Palestinian refugees? Should Jewish settlements in the occupied West Bank remain or be destroyed? Should both sides divide Jerusalem? and perhaps most difficult of all. Should a Palestinian state be created alongside Israel? Peace negotiations have been underway and have been stopped for over 25 years, but the conflict has not yet been resolved. If you like this video, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos. Stay in good mood. Bye. Congratulations to this guy who first wrote a comment with both Hogan. To appear in next tweet, you have to write in comments the capital of Indonesia.